P3 visa is one of the very popular visa in America, and a lot of people call it artist visa. And many of you already know, probably our ex First Lady Melania Trump, she came to America first as a P3 visa holder, and then many things happened. I'm not going to discuss that detail here, but I'm just giving a context that P3 is a very prestigious visa, especially those who are like a very famous artist, painter, or anything. This could be a very good path for you to come to America, do your work, and make money, of course. So the first question is, what is P3 visa? The P3 classification applies to foreign citizens who are coming temporarily, this is important, temporarily to the USA to perform, teach, or coach as artists or entertainers, individually or as a part of a group under a program that is culturally unique. So those thing I just highlighted in a bullet pointed, not bullet, like I made it bold. So it's a temporary visa. It's not a green card. It's a work visa, and you can come as a individual or as a group, and it must be culturally unique. So all this thing I'll discuss in this show, so you have a better understanding about P3 visa. So steps of P3 visa: first, the meeting the condition for P3 visa petition. Of course, you have to meet the condition. Then you submit the petition. Here, you means you as a beneficiary, you cannot apply by yourself. It must be applied by your sponsor. The sponsor can be an individual person. The sponsor can be an organization. A sponsor can be a group of people. But the sponsor must be a registered entity in America. So this is a very important part. You cannot apply by yourself. You need an employer or agent or sponsor. Number 3, submit non-immigrant visa application to DS-160 by the applicant. Here, you can submit DS-160. You do not need a sponsor after approval of the petition. So once your I-129 is approved, you will go to your local US embassy, and then you submit DS-160. You get it approved, get visa, and then come to America. So this is the steps. Step one, the meeting the condition for P3 visa. Number 1, the sponsor is someone who wants to bring an artist, coach, or athlete to USA for a program or event which is culturally unique. Here, the artist, coach, athletes are referred as beneficiary. As I said, you are a beneficiary, and the agent or the company who is bringing you, they are the sponsor. The sponsor file an I-129 petition for the beneficiary. The beneficiary is someone, non-US citizen, of course, who wants to come to the United States, either individually or as a group, for the purpose of developing, interpreting, representing, coaching, or teaching a unique or traditional, ethnic, folk, cultural, musical, theatrical, or artistic performance or presentation. Additionally, she must be coming to United States to participate in cultural events that will further the understanding between these two cultures. Here you must put a note: the program can be of commercial or non-commercial in nature. So a lot of people, they think that P3 visa is for non-commercial purposes, for non-profit organizations. That is not true. You can come to America as a musician, as a model, as a any form of artist. You can work for profit corporations. You can work for for-profit events. You can make money. So it can be of a commercial or non-commercial, either kind of nature. So you are okay about doing anything. All right, let's talk about the application process. Written consultation from an appropriate labor organization. So this is kind of a little tricky, and I would say this is the number one complex issue for P3 application. You need a written consultation from an appropriate labor organization. Let's say you are a painter, and let's say there is a painting organization in your area. So let's say New York City has like a painting group, and you need a written consultation that yes, if America allows this person to get P3 visa, if he displays his artwork, it would be beneficial to America and for his or her home country. This kind of things. It's not very hard to get it, but it is mandatory. You have to get a written consultation from an appropriate labor organization. Then a copy of the contract between the petitioner and the beneficiary, or the summary of the term of an oral agreement between the petitioner and the beneficiary. Well, please remember that written contract is always better than oral agreement, because in USCIS, when we submit this application, written contract is very good, or summary of the oral argument is okay, but it's not that good. Then the next one is an explanation of the event and the itinerary. So you have to tell like when, how, where this event is going to take place, whether there will be ticket or not, who are you thinking of as a participants, and other thing. Like try your best to describe the event. In the events, our performance is going to take place in like multiple areas, and itinerary must submit. The itinerary must list the dates and location of the event. So try your best to explain everything about the event. That will help USCS to make decisions. Affidavits, testimonials, or letters from recognized experts attesting to the authenticity of applicant or applicants group skill in performing. So all it says is like you need recommendation letters, or like any kind of affidavits or testimonials about you, about your work, about the field. So the more you get, the better for your application. The next one is documentation that all of the performance or presentations will be culturally unique events. So this part is easy to do because any kind of cultural thing has some kind of uniqueness. So it's not that hard to establish. But yeah, you have to establish that the event you're going to participate, the art you're going to perform is culturally unique events. So please note that you have to file a filing fee if it is required. In some cases, there is no filing fee. In some cases, there are filing fee. It's like a $460. Processing time usually 2 to 3 months. If you do premium processing, usually you can do it within 15 days. There's a extra fee for premium processing, $2,500. So, but premium processing is always faster. So sometimes it's worthy to pay additional money. It's up to you. All right, the step 3 is submit non-immigrant visa application DS-160 after approval of the petition. So this thing, I need to explain that thing. Lot of time, people already in America, let's say in a B1, B2 visa or F1 visa or other kind of visa. In that case, you do not need this third step. The third step is for the people who are already in a foreign country like Bangladesh, India, or Sri Lanka kind of countries. But if you're already in America with a B1, B2 visa, your approved I-129 is enough for performing your job as a P3 visa holder. But if you're living in a foreign country, you need to submit DS-160. So a lot of people, they do not understand the difference between these two scenarios. That's why I thought I should say that. Additional information. All right. So that even on the top of those things I just mentioned, by the way, in this kind of session, I try to just give you like a basic idea. I do not go deep into everything because that is not the purpose of this video. So the entire point is just like informative session. So additional information, the applicant can take her partner and child, unmarried and under the age of 21, of course, to USA. So if you are like married, if you have a spouse and children, you can bring them with you. Period of stay depends on the duration of the event, not more than 1 year. So in the I-129 application, you have to mention how long this event will be or how long you want to be stay in America. You can say up to 1 year. Visa can be extended depending on the completion of the event. So sometime like even after 1 year, you can extend this visa and stay more in America. Number 4 is P3 visa holder can change the status of the visa, meaning once you are in America under P3 visa, you can apply for EB1 or like other kind of visa categories. So even though you came to America with a non-immigrant visa, you can change it to an immigrant visa and you can stay in America with a green card holder, as a green card holder. So those are the good things about P3 visa. The final thing is note, for both cases, the form I-129 is used to apply for a change of status, extension of stay, or change of employment. Meaning, let's say you came to America under ABC Corporation to perform, musical thing, and then after 2 months, you got another job from another company called XYZ. So you can change your employment from ABC to XYZ by applying another I-129 form. Or you want to apply for extension of stay or change of status or anything. You can do that with filing another I-129 application.